Learn lessons from me. Jonathan. The wiseman. Dear men, avoid the modern woman who weaponizes her tears, plays the victim, and uses silence. Not every tear is vulnerability. Not every silence is reflection. And not every wounded tone is innocence. Some people don't argue to understand. They perform to escape responsibility. And if you don't learn the difference, you'll confuse chaos for depth and manipulation for sensitivity. Let's speak plainly. 1. When emotion ends the conversation starter. You raise a concern calmly, directly. Before the point can land, the emotion floods the room. Tears appear. The focus shifts. Now the issue is gone. Now you are the problem for bringing it up. You're consoling instead of communicating. Apologizing instead of being heard. Not because you were wrong, but because the conversation was emotionally hijacked. Emotion, when used this way, doesn't heal. It silences. 2. When victimhood becomes identity starter. Accountability never survives where victimhood lives. If you set a boundary, you are cold. If you speak firmly, you are threatening. If you disagree, you are invalidating. The facts don't change. Only the narrative does. Every conflict is rewritten. Until she is wounded. And you are guilty. And once someone sees themselves only as the injured party, responsibility has nowhere to land. 3. When silence is used as pressure restaster. When emotion no longer works, withdrawal begins. Messages go unanswered. Presence disappears. No explanation. No clarity. Not for peace. Not for space. But to make the quiet heavy enough that you fold. That's not distance for reflection. That's silence as leverage. 4. The slow erosion of the monster. Over time, something shifts in you. You speak less. You edit yourself. You calculate every sentence. Not because you lack truth, but because truth has become expensive. You trade honesty for calm, boundaries for quiet, your voice for temporary peace. And without noticing, you begin abandoning yourself to keep the relationship intact. 5. Where control replaces connection. If the goal were harmony, there would be dialogue. If the goal were growth, there would be accountability. If the goal were partnership, there would be ownership. But manipulation feeds on imbalance, on confusion, on guilt, on you apologizing for things you didn't do. That isn't love. It's control disguised as emotion. Final word. Men, understand this. Anyone who uses emotion to evade accountability, victimhood to rewrite reality, and silence to punish, is not emotionally mature. They are unsafe to build with. Choose women who can feel and communicate, who can be vulnerable without being volatile, who resolve, not retaliate. Because a relationship that costs you your voice will eventually cost you your peace. And peace is non-negotiable.